Do you think you were ignored?
Yes, frankly, when we came up with our legislation shortly after all of this was discovered, we have not seen it moved forward with the urgency that I think was necessary.
Our 8 News Now investigators asking why it appears a suspected illegal biolab running out of an East Valley home sat there for years, even as the federal government, Congress, and authorities in California knew of possible connections to a similar case there. Our 8 News Now investigators first to report that connection to a raid outside of Fresno, California from 3 years ago. And in documents we obtained about that case, possible Las Vegas ties are mentioned several times. Now one lawmaker telling 8 News Now investigator David Charnes that his reporting shows a loophole that needs to close.
When I heard the news out of Vegas, I was alarmed, but, unfortunately not surprised.
Republican California Congressman Kevin Kiley wasn't surprised because a federal report he asked Congress to write shows the man suspected of running an illegal biolab in Las Vegas was known to have ties to our area and Nevada as early as 2023. A company connected to David He, who's in federal custody in California, connected to a lab in Reedley, owns this home raided Saturday. Inside, police and the FBI finding refrigerators and suspected biological material.
Why is it that 3 years later we are just finding them?
That's a great question. I mean, honestly, the federal response in Reedley was very slow.
Slow because that federal report and leadership in Reedley say the federal government ignored them, even as officials found pathogens like HIV and malaria. Nicole Ziba is the city manager.
I don't know where the FBI's focus was, obviously not Vegas.
She says her teams found He's ties to Las Vegas from simple searches, but it appears any further federal investigation stopped at the state line.
Las Vegas is listed in these federal documents from 3 years ago and a congressional report, and that it wasn't until someone called with a tip about this possible biolab that now it is exposed.
I guess, to be honest with you, I am disappointed. I think our staff uncovered a lot that could have been followed up on.
In light of the discovery here, Kiley is pushing to close a loophole limiting information the federal government receives about labs, whether licensed or not. He's pushing Congress to pass a new law to review records and strengthen oversight.
We don't know what other ones might be out there that are linked to this same group or other, individuals connected to the Chinese Communist Party or anywhere else.
Ties to China and exactly what was happening in the lab here remain unanswered questions that are all part of the investigation. And that includes what pathogens, if any, Metro and the FBI seized. Right now, a lab is testing them, and we don't exactly know when we will see those results. I'm David Charnes, 8 News Now.
The 8 News Now investigators asking our two senators about the biolab and potential changes to the law, both expressing thanks to local and federal law enforcement. Democratic Senator Catherine Cortez Masto adding in part, the reports have been extremely disturbing, and I'm exploring the best possible avenues to ensure that unauthorized labs never threaten our community again. Democratic Senator Jackie Rosen adding federal and local authorities need to fully investigate this situation and get to the bottom of what was going on, especially in light of concerns that this property may be connected to another illegal lab, which of course had ties to the Chinese Communist Party there. As alleged, we must do more to increase federal oversight over these illegal biolabs before a catastrophe happens, end of quote. Read the full statements on 8newsnow.com.